Hi, everyone. Claudia McMullen here from Hugo Coffee Roasters. As you all know, we fulfill our animal welfare mission by partnering weekly with small cash-strapped volunteer-based rescues around the country. And we have week-long online fundraisers for specific rescues, and pursuant to which I donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of the week. Not every order, every item. And we donate to our rescue partner of the week the following Monday. And today we're here with the lovely Anna Ritchie from Underdog Animal Rescue.
Hello,
Good
everyone.
afternoon, Anna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fine. So great to have you with us today. Now, tell everybody a little bit about Underdog Animal Rescue and Rehab, like where are you located, the population you serve, that kind of thing.
Okay, so Underdog is headquartered in Moab, Utah, 4561 Sunny Acres Lane. And we mostly serve the Navajo Reservation area, the Four Corners Reservation area of the American Southwest. We exclusively serve Native Americans. We do a lot in terms of taking in dogs from them. But our mission is actually to protect and serve the 500,000 estimated stray pets on the Native American reservations. And we do that through a lot of different programs. Obviously, we take in dogs specifically, but we also provide cat food to families that are in need. We provide dog food. We work with other nonprofit organizations to do free and low-cost spay and neuter clinics. And we also do vaccine clinics whenever we have those. It's kind of like a joint effort. And we create a really big impact that way. We see a lot of people bringing out their dogs, bringing out their cats to get them spayed and neutered because they don't want to have this problem. The Native American reservation area that we serve is about the size of West Virginia. They have 4 licensed vets, 2 vet clinics. And so you can imagine that it's really, really hard to get proper vet care there, which is why we host these spay and neuter clinics. It's a really major issue on the res. And so our hopes is that through the years, we see that number decrease.
Sure. Fantastic. Now, how far is the res from Moab?
It's about 2 hours south, like to the border. And then, I mean, it stretches.
Oh, I know. Then it goes on like the size of Virginia. It's huge. Like once you're on the res, it's hours and hours on the res.
Yes.
So when you are helping with the stray population on the res, are you going to the res and grabbing, scooping up a certain number of dogs every X number of weeks or months or whatever?
So the way that it most often works is we are very fortunate to have a really good relationship with the Native American community. They know that we're there to help them. They know that we understand. And so we have a wait list that we keep of people that contact us. We have a lot of partners, people that live on the res, just individuals that want to see this problem improve. And so they will talk to other community members that have a surplus of dogs, and they will get them for us. And then we have a wait list, which can be, it's kind of depends on the time of the year, how many puppies we're being asked to take in and everything. But so we have the wait list that people call and tell us what kind of dog, how old, how many. And then as we get space at our ranch, we bring those dogs in.
And do you go get the dogs, or do people bring them into the ranch?
Both. So in addition to having our list, we also do intakes at our clinics. And those are unprepared. We haven't been in contact with these people before. They just come to our clinics and they ask to surrender their dogs to us. And so we also pick up dogs at gas stations. If we're on the way to a clinic and we can catch them, then we will.
So, as I recall, we were chatting last year, and I know it wasn't you, but we were chatting with Underdog. We did a fundraiser for Underdog last year. And I learned that on the res, there are places where people who live on the res abandon their dogs knowing that rescues will go to that spot
Yes,
pick
like they're
up
like
the dog.
watched areas.
Right.
Mhm.
And then the abandoned dogs are often abandoned with like food and water,
Mhm.
which
Yes.
which is amazing. I mean, that's amazing. And is it, and do you take pull animals from those situations as well?
Yes, we often, especially like in Monument Valley
Mm-hmm.
area, we get calls all the time, dog running on the highway, obviously dropped off, or, there are just specific places on the res that we know that those dogs have been dropped for a reason.
Yes.
Um, and part of what we're trying to do, like building our relationship with the Native American community,
Mhm.
is it's a lot of building trust,
Yeah.
not being judged, not feeling, like you're doing a bad thing by surrendering your dog, because that is the stigma for a lot of people,
Sure.
that it's a terrible thing. And in a lot of cases, it's not, especially on the res.
Hmm.
I mean, 1 in 6 people have a car. The median income is $20,000 a year.
Right.
And so there's no judgment from us ever. We are so grateful that people would trust us enough to give
Hmm.
us these dogs, to give us the opportunity to save them and give them a better life.
And that's the other thing I learned last year. I learned about the dump off spots that are almost, that are predetermined, and then rescues know to go there. But I also learned, I had this preconceived notion that anybody who abandoned a dog was obviously a jerk, right?
Yes.
And then no, that's not the case at all. I mean, people do what they have to do based on the circumstances of their lives, and in this
Yes.
instance, they're doing the better thing for the animal.
Yes, and something else that's really important to consider when you're talking about people that have dumped dogs, put yourself in their shoes.
Mhm.
Like, everyone has pride, and some people don't want to admit that they can't take care of their animal, or that they can't do something,
Right.
and so they choose like a more anonymous way that will help them feel better with themselves and their decision, which is perfectly okay.
Sure. I think what you're doing is spectacular.
Thank
So
you.
now tell everybody a little bit about, all right, so are you foster based? Do you have a brick and mortar presence where the animals are kept? Is it a combination of both?
It is a combination of both. So we have our rescue ranch, which is at 4561 Sunny Acres Lane in
Mhm.
Moab, Utah. And then we also have a fantastic foster program. And we have seen so much growth with our foster program this year. I actually pulled some numbers for you. So currently, we have 159 dogs that are underdogs. Um, and almost 100 of those dogs are in foster. Whereas before at our ranch, we would have like 100 dogs. And right now, we only have 60, which is so amazing, because obviously dogs do so much better in a home than they do
Mhm.
in a shelter environment. They're just happier with the less dogs around. We have less stress for our animals that are at our shelter.
Mhm.
It's just amazing. We've seen so much growth, and we're so grateful for that. Um, our fosters like make such a huge difference in the lives of our dogs, especially
Mhm.
considering so many of them come to us unsocialized,
Sure.
fearful, and then they learn the love of a family and being in a home and playing
Mhm.
with other dogs and not having to worry about where their next meal will come from.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
It's great. So now, how do you know about how many dogs you rescued and adopted out last year?
So in 2022, yes, I I got all of the statistics here for you. In 2022, we rescued 835 dogs total.
Nice.
Um, and 594 of those dogs were adopted out.
Great.
And then 185 of them were transferred. And transfers are for dogs who maybe don't do as well as at our shelter, like pit bulls, or dogs that maybe need a little bit extra TLC, I guess.
Mhm.
We especially also dogs that have been with us for a long time,
Mhm.
amazing dogs that are just getting looked over because it's not the right community for them.
Right.
The people in our community are mostly looking for really high energy, super active
Like
cattle dog working
cattle dogs.
breeds.
Yeah.
Yep. And luckily, that is what we get a lot of.
Right.
But
A lot of res
occasionally,
dogs are cattle dog breeds
yes.
or mixes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep. We see.
You would think it was pity mixes, but they're not.
Mhm.
They're cattle dog mixes.
Nope, we get very few pitties, but pitties are especially the ones that we try to send on transfer, or dogs that maybe don't get along well with other dogs, because a lot of our adopters already have other dogs. Just in our seniors, we try to give them the best possible outcome. Some of our puppies, like black dogs and black cats too, are the least likely to be adopted out of the shelter of any other like color type. And so we have partners in Colorado that don't get puppies. Like they just don't get puppies. And we're like, we wish that we had that problem. But so we send them like
You're
full
lousy
litters.
with puppies.
What?
You're lousy with puppies.
Yes. And so we'll send them whole litters of solid black puppies. They'll be gone in like 2 days.
Oh, that's great.
It's incredible. I mean, it's wonderful. The transfers are amazing.
I mean, it's the wonderful thing about the world of animal rescue, right? It's the collaboration. It's helping each other out. You know that you can't adopt out a pitty easily. You send the pitty mixes elsewhere. You get cattle dogs from other people who can't get cattle dogs adopted because maybe it's like a sedentary community, because cattle dogs are a lot of work and you got to be really active. And that is like the most beautiful thing that we've learned from what we do at Hugo in supporting animal rescues, is the interconnectedness of the web of rescues.
Yes. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. That's right.
It takes all of us together.
That's right. Well, we love everything about what you do. So now let's talk about the fundraiser. So a couple things. So we have struggled historically with items on the website that will appeal to non-coffee drinkers, because we're a coffee company, obviously. Right? So we've got 2 new products. I want to talk about three things. So we got 2 new products that we specifically had made for the dog lovers, because we are here to talk with Underdog Rescue. So we're going to launch our products in your fundraiser. And the first one is, hold on. It's a dog plushie toy, and it's a bag of coffee.
Yes, the Bonafido.
It's my Bonafido that I drink every day a pot of. Yes, it's a plushy dog toy. If you don't drink coffee, give your dog a plushy dog toy that looks like coffee.
Maybe your dog likes coffee.
Oh, no. Now, the other thing, which is super cool. Now, I haven't actually played around with this enough to, demonstrate how small this gets. But here is a dog bowl for your outdoor lovers.
Yes, so cute. We see so many of those. A lot of the people that adopt from us are so active hiking in Moab. I mean, 3 or 4 national parks like all around us. How could they not be? And yes, we use those all the time. Whenever fosters come, or not fosters, but volunteers come to walk our dogs, we use those exactly, send them on their way. It's just so much easier than carrying around like a big solid bowl. 100%. And so much lighter.
Yeah, so we have 2 new items, dog bowl and coffee plush toy. And then the other thing I want, and we also obviously have mugs, and we have t-shirts, and we have hats. But we did have things made specifically for dogs.
Yes.
And we're launching them during this fundraiser. So yay. And then the other thing I wanted to remind people is, as I mentioned, we give $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of the fundraiser, which ends on Sunday at midnight.
Yes.
But if you buy Betty's Brew, we have a limited edition coffee where I give $5 for when it's sold, and it's in honor of Betty White. And Betty White's birthday was this week. So we want to honor Betty White. We want to raise a lot of money for Underdog, and we want people to buy the Betty's Brew or the Betty Brew combo packs, because we donate $5. And by the way, it is a medium roast breakfast blend, and it's fantastic.
Yes, it's delicious. I can vouch for all of our staff members that they love it.
Thank you. So the fundraiser ends at midnight on Sunday. It's Wednesday. We're not even halfway through. So we have a good amount of time to raise awareness, to get people to buy their dogs plushie toys, buy themselves, dog bowls for when they're going hiking and camping with their dogs, buy Betty's Brew, buy anything. And we donate $2.50 until midnight on Sunday. So we got to get the word out. But now I wanted to ask you, Anna, so say we do really well and we raise between $300 and $500, which, that's a good fundraiser for us. We've had a few that are $1,000, which, you might want to challenge your people. I'm just saying. In any event, say we raise $300 to $500. What kind of impact would that have on Underdog Animal Rescue?
It would have a huge impact. So last year, with your donations, we said that we were going to be working on a water project and concrete project for our ranch, which we did complete. We have concrete puppy runs, we have a concrete wash run, we have water all throughout our facility. No more hauling buckets for us, which is amazing. But in the last quarter of 2022, we actually took in a slew of medical cases, more than any of the other quarters last year. And so we're working really hard. It was something to the tune of probably like $40,000 that we spent in medical bills. And so we've run fundraisers and we're trying to recoup that cost. That's exactly where it would go. It would go towards all of our emergency rescues that we took in, all of our dogs that have been hit by cars, our little litters of parvo puppies. That's what it'll go to.
Oh, that's great. Speaking of dogs that have been hit by a car, Beth, who you've met, our animal philanthropy manager, she just adopted a tripod from a rescue locally that had been hit by a car, and now Jack is our office dog, as well as goes home obviously with Beth, but Jack is the office dog, tripod, who smiles.
Oh, that's so sweet. We've only seen a couple smilers, but they're just my favorite.
Oh my God, I love a smiling dog, and my God, a smiling tripod. Fantastic. So let's spread the word. We have a few days left. Let's get the word out. Let's help you offset those medical bills for all of those wonderful animals that you've saved from parvo and car accidents and all those things. And so we'll spread the word and get people to buy so that we can have an impact on Underdog Animal Rescue and Rehab.
Sounds fantastic. That's what we love to hear.
All right. And you have a great weekend. Spread the word and we'll talk to you Monday.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.